What's good, everybody? Welcome to the podcast that don't got no name. My name is Johan.
Right, I'm Aaron, but as you can see, I go by GM James for this portion of the LeBron Glaze segment.
Hey, man, we don't know when Josh coming. We don't know where Josh at. But you know what? We got the podcast set up and ready to go, man. So this is going to be an NBA podcast, man. We're going to be talking about hoops for a minute on here. So with all my participants, or I guess my speakers, let me know what y'all think about the games today, man. What's y'all reactions? You know, we just seen a classic between the Golden State Warriors and the Los Angeles Clippers, bro. So what's y'all immediate reactions to that?
We did just see a classic. In my opinion, top 5 game of the year already. If it went to double OT, I would say it's one. Obviously, I'm very big on James Harden, been like a Harden over Jordan fan actually since about 2019. We're not going to speak on the 40 a game in the month of January right now, though. What we are going to talk about is the 10 points in overtime to seal the deal. I haven't seen Curry do that yet. I'm just keeping it a buck. So right now, I'm very high on the Clippers. I'm very high on James Harden.
You got Harden over Curry right now as it stands?
Right now, today, yes. Today.
Damn, that's a crazy take, bro.
Today,
Because Curry
yes.
was hooping in that fourth quarter, bro. That Curry fourth quarter was crazy, bro. Them threes, man.
He was, but they didn't win. So, I mean.
Shit, bro. I seen him go to the hole, get fouled, bro. Man, I seen Curry do it all, man. It was another
I seen
legendary
I seen
fourth
Harden do
quarter
that
from Steph
too.
Curry.
Back-to-back
Hey,
threes
Harden did that.
on Jimmy
Yeah,
Butler.
when it was in overtime. I get it. You think they should have gave it to Harden for the game, like in regulation instead of Kawhi?
Honestly, it didn't matter, bro. I'm not even mad at that choice. But
You
I
not
think Harden
okay.
would have got it though. I can't lie. But we fuck with Kawhi too. I can't fake. He had like 32. I fuck with Kawhi. Hold on. How do you I gotta be able to like look stuff up and screen share, but that's crazy. Hold on. We get a new tech next podcast. We gonna get new tech. We gonna have new
Next
tech for
podcast,
you.
we gonna figure it out, man. It's the pilot episode. But you know what, man? We had some other great games today, man. Anthony Edwards, shout out, clap it up. 43 points to clinch their spot in the playoffs. Shit, what else happened
You
today?
waited too long for
Lakers.
that though.
I waited too long. What you
No.
mean?
I'm saying like Ant, bro. Like I looked at the game. He was 5 for 15. I'm like, all right, bro. They gonna do some calm shit. He had 40. Oh, hold on. We almost forgot. Shout out to Junkyard Dog legend Lamar Stevens, 31 points. That's good
31
ball. That's
points.
good
Hold
ball.
on,
That's
clap
good
it up,
ball.
clap it
That's
up,
good ball.
clap it
That's good
up.
ball.
Great
That's good
ball,
ball.
great
That's
ball,
good
great
ball.
ball. Cavs legend Lamar Stevens, the original Junkyard Dog. You know what I'm saying? Ethical hoops, only one free throw made out of two. So you know what I'm saying? We not foul baiting out here. We not like Draymond at the end of the game trying to force a foul and shit. We not doing that shit out here, man.
Big DPOI.
Evan
Big
Mobley defensive
DPOI.
player of the year. Evan Mobley defensive player of the year. Stay on that side. Draymond defenders. We don't need that negative energy. And I think that's a great time to move into the Cavs talk, man. But let's talk about today, man. Let me run through the stat line for y'all, because the Cavs played a very interesting game today, man. Three of us are from Cleveland. The black people are from Cleveland in this podcast.
That is true.
And essentially,
If y'all couldn't tell the other one. He's from Indiana, so he's one of
yeah,
those.
he was the out. You know what I'm saying? He was the out today.
Yeah, rep your hood, bro. Rep your hood. Rep your hood.
With the bro, I don't even know if he was alive for that Super Bowl, bro.
Is that one of Peyton Manning's? I don't know. Is that one of Peyton Manning's rings?
Yes, it's paying first one, bro.
Crazy boy.
That's crazy work. All right. Speaking of the Cavs, though, you said Percy Hart. Nah, that was fucking what's the nigga name? Devin Hester. Yeah, that was Devin Hester. You tripping? It was the Bears. I was like, Percy Harvin ain't never played for the fucking Bears, man. All right, all right. Okay, sure.
Shout out Walter Clayton.
Anyways, speaking of the Cavs today, man, the Cavs rested all of their starters except Jared Allen. And Jared Allen came in, he put up a three, and then he subbed out of the game. So what that means is that the Cavs played their G League roster consisting of Naquan Tomlin, Jalen Tyson, Craig Porter, Javante Green, the legendary Tristan Thompson, Amani Bates, Luke Travers, and Chuma Okeke. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Chuma Okeke.
Okeke, or Okiki, something
Okay,
like that.
okay,
Something like that.
okay, something like that. But anyways, let me run down the stats, man. Cavs lose to the Pacers 126-118. I'm not going to sit up here and act like the Pacers played their starters. They had Tyrese and Siakam out. So it was definitely a G League matchup, but they did have Miles Turner, Obi Toppin, and Andrew Nemhard, so they definitely gonna get
And
this
Neesmith,
heat
and
for
Neesmith.
going to
These are
and
rotation
Neesmith.
niggas.
Yeah,
These are
these are
rotation niggas now.
rotational players. I haven't seen Naquan Tomlin or Amani Bates checking for the Cavs this year. So just some more Cavs glaze for y'all. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, Naquan Tomlin finished with a game. Nah, he didn't have a game high. I'm tripping, but he finished with 24 points, 12 rebounds, 2 assists. Jalen Tyson finished with 31 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. Jared Allen got 1 assist. Craig Porter finished with 20 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Javonte Green, 8 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Tristan Thompson, 20 rebounds and 3 points in 40 minutes. Amani Bates, 25, 6 and 2. Luke Travers, 4, 8 and 2. And Chuma Okeke, 3, 2 and 4. How we feeling about that performance for my Cleveland fans out there, man? Talk to me.
I mean, to be honest, this was like an exhibition game to me. I was kind of watching it. It ended up being kind of a classic. I can't lie. Double OT game, last game of the year. We were the last Eastern Conference game to finish up this year, just like we'll be the last Eastern Conference team standing and the last team standing overall. But we'll get
Talk,
to that a
talk
little
that
bit
shit.
later.
Talk that
We'll get to
shit.
that a little bit later. Craig Porter, we already knew he was like this. He's been a hooper. I've seen him step up in clutch games against the Celtics this year and some other teams that were actually nice down the stretch. Jalen Tyson, I think this was a good game for him to finally get some confidence. He got to get up like 20 plus shots this game. That was good ball. I haven't really seen Naquan Tomlin play more than like 4 minutes at a time. I think he could be nice. Like these are all players that could very well crack the rotation by next season. So they're probably a summer league and like 20 more NBA games away from being rotational pieces, in my opinion. Like we're gonna have a very solid team for years to come. And we're making a run at the chip this year.
Agree with all them statements, my brother. Josh, what's your thoughts on the game today, if you have any? That boy, I think that boy taking another call or something. I don't know what he got going on.
They call him the motion man, bro. He got to put his phone on D&D real quick. We trying to have a conversation about hoops.
Well, let me get my thoughts on the game, man. The first thing I want to say is after today's game, I think I would sign Amani Bates to another two-way contract. I know this is the last year of his deal or whatever, but Amani Bates is 21 years old. He has really like like barely any basketball like you. That shot at the end of the game in the fourth quarter where he just pulled up. That's real hoops though. That's a real hooper right there. That is a real hooper. I
That is
gotta
a real
respect that
hooper.
shit.
I can't say that I would
Um,
have done that, but that is real hooping though. I can't lie.
that's great hoops right there, man. I love watching somebody with crazy confidence just be able to chuck their shot whenever they think they can, man. But you know what? We gotta keep giving him them reps. He's only 21 years old. I think I will sign him back to another two-way deal next year, especially considering his shooting performance today, and I respect his effort today. A player that I would not bring back for the Cavs.
I
He
already
might
know
be
you
an
gonna say it. I know
Australian.
you gonna say it.
He might be
Oh,
an Australian. He
his
might
name might
be
be Luke. His name might be Luke. I
We
can't
might
lie.
have drafted him a few years ago.
We
We might
might
have
have.
gotten his rights a few years ago. But I'm sorry to say it, man. I'm not seeing it with Luke Travers, man. He was just, I wouldn't say abysmal, but I don't see the basketball skills that Luke Travers could provide to this team. I just don't see it. Aaron, what you think about that?
Yeah. Words that come to mind: subpar, um, atrocity, travesty. Even. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and act like it made a difference in the game, but I really haven't seen him do anything good all year. I'm gonna keep it a buck. The rest of the players in the team, they've contributed in some way or at least look good. I can't really say I'm familiar with his G League stats. I won't lie. I know Naquan and Imani put up some numbers in the G League, but I think we need to send bro back to Australia. Well, he can't play for our G League team next year. I can't lie. Like I don't know what's going on with him, but I don't see him contributing to the team winning games. I don't
Hey
even know what
man,
any of
I
that
guess
means, but
I guess I
whatever it is,
props
it's
to
better
Rory
than Luke
McIlroy. I
Travers.
ain't
It's better
going.
than Luke Travers. I
It
don't
is
know.
better than Luke Travers. I feel like I feel like Rory McIlroy might be a better basketball player, but if he can be the top golfer in the world,
I got you.
all right, let me chill. Let me chill. No, I'm gonna stop
All right, bro.
disrespecting Luke
At
Travers.
this point,
I respect
it
Luke
gets to
Travers. Shout out
it
to
gets to a
him for
point. It
making it
gets
to
to a
the
point.
NBA, getting through the grind, getting a real contract. But I don't think the Cavs should bring him back next year. I just don't see it. I'm going to check how old Luke Travers is because I think he's 22, which isn't bad, but he hasn't shown me anything. He's 23. I don't know, man. He hasn't shown me anything that I would want to like keep working on and keep trying to progress in terms of like something that could eventually turn into a rotation guy in the NBA. That's just my take on him.
I totally agree.
Especially when there's a guy like Naquan Tomlin who put up some buckets, got a bunch of rebounds. He was looking like a really good, really solid big today. I like what I see from him. I mean, shit, I really like Naquan. I know he was just putting up stats, but he's also been amazing in the G League. He's been easily the Chargers' best player throughout this whole season. That's why he was able to get caught up late in the season and get signed to a contract. So shout out Naquan. Shout out Amani. What else? What else we missing from the Cavs? What else happened in the game? Honestly,
Jalen
the double
Tyson,
overtime.
Tristan,
What's up, Tristan? Tristan,
Tristan,
man, 20 rebounds. That's
20 boards.
legendary, bro.
That's a good boy.
How old Tristan Thompson in his 14th year? Old
Got to be
ass.
34 or something like that. Something old, bro. I can't lie to you.
Man, I thought he's getting to his he's not getting to his 40s like LeBron, but Tristan old as hell. Shout out to OG for being able to rack up all them boards today, man. I love to see Tristan be able to still keep dominating the league and only scoring 3 points in 41 minutes. You know what I'm saying? That's impressive. To be able to be on an NBA roster, being able to do something like that. So I gotta respect Tristan Thompson, man.
W Glaze, W Glaze.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I think honestly, I'm gonna check them stats one more time. But honestly, I think that's the most that I can remember from the Cavs game today. It wasn't a lot to take away, obviously, just a regular season matchup. But them double overtimes, these last three Cav games have been some of my favorites I've seen in a long time, bro.
Which is
For just
crazy because we got like bench players
three
playing the whole time.
regular season games that don't matter where we're not even trying to play our starters, man, they've been some classics, man. Beating the Knicks to sweep them during this series, that's my Cavs team, man. That's a sign of good things to come, man.
And look,
Same
I have
with
a
the Knicks.
conspiracy theory about that Knicks game.
What's your
Wait, Brad,
conspiracy
what'd you
theory
say?
about that? Talk to me.
Hold on.
Damn, that's
That's some
strong.
tough talking
But at
from
least y'all
Pacers
beat
fans.
them
I
in the
can't lie.
series last year, so I gotta, hey man, congrats to y'all, man.
Fluke win, fluke win, fluke win, fluke win. I can't lie. Like that's a fluke win. If OG and
That
Jalen
fluke win
Brunson
in
didn't
Game
get
Seven
hurt,
last
y'all would have
year.
been at home. Let's keep it a buck. Let's
That
keep it
is
a
true.
buck.
That is true. That is true.
Also, that Nemhard 3 was crazy, bro. That Nemhard shot is the luckiest shit I've ever seen in my entire life. That's worse than the Curry way downtown, bro. I can't lie.
See, I wouldn't really care because I really hate the Knicks, bro. I'm glad Nemhart hit that shit in a face, bro. Fuck the Knicks, bro. They still ain't making conference finals. When was the last time the Knicks made a conference finals?
Shit, nigga, when was Patrick Ewing playing? Like 90. Oh, 99. They went to the chip and got swept.
We was all not alive, bro. The
Yeah, I was not.
Cavs,
I was
the
not here
Cavs
for
have been damn near an elite basketball organization ever since they drafted LeBron. So shit, that's all I got to say about that. I guess moving on. Are you ready to get into these playoff rankings, Aaron?
Yeah, we can do that now, actually.
Okay. I guess we should do like it's 20 teams. So like we should do like tiers of 4 because I think there's like 4 real teams that I think can win the title. I guess 5 teams I
You
think
want to
that can win the
you
title.
want to split tiers? Or you want to just do them straight?
We could do tiers.
Yeah, we
Like what's your I guess your like first round exit tier or even just like I don't even know this team is like we
that
could just
doesn't
say
even.
that
I'm gonna be real. That doesn't even apply to me because like I didn't like I have like a straight list of 20. Like I can break it
no, I got a
down
straight
into
list
like
of 20. That's what
tiers.
I'm saying. I don't even think we need to do all that. I think we could just do 4 teams and then like talk about it from there. So I'll go with mine first. Um, these are my playoff team rankings for the 2025 playoffs, including the play-in teams. A lot of these are like power rankings and also like how I think the series is going to end up. So, if I have a team above another team, I would think that team will beat that team in the series. So, like for example, I got the Bulls at 19 and the Heat at 20. I think the Bulls will I think the Bulls would beat the Heat in the series right now. Maybe not as you know what in the
In the
play-in at
playing
least. I
game.
think the Bulls are winning that game. I think the Bulls are winning that game.
Not a
But let's
crazy
get it
take.
started, man. At 20, I have the Miami Heat. While as much as I want to like the Miami Heat, their team, even when healthy, just has not looked like a strong Miami Heat team. Just like even with Tyler Hero, Bam, Wiggins, all of them guys, they haven't really been able to do much at full health, and they haven't really been able to put it all together to even get some wins. They had a really bad loss. I do not remember the team they lost to, but few games ago, just really bad
Recently?
loss. It was against the Bulls. It was against the Bulls. It was against the Bulls.
Ah,
They did
yeah.
not beat the Bulls. Tyler Hero gave them 30. Bam gave them a good game. Couldn't get it done. Give me the Bulls over them in a playing game.
I think Giddy did have a 25-point triple double in that game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yet he did
I
have a
could be wrong.
25-point triple double, and that brings me to the Bulls. Bulls at 19. I like the Bulls in the playing game over the Heat. Um, Giddy is just on fire. They got Kobe White, Vooch, um, Modest has been hooping recently. I got the Bulls in that game.
Dunk
Um,
contest, Modest?
Bruh,
Buzelis?
not dunk contest Modest. We getting after the dunk contest Modest. You know what I'm saying? Because
Oh
Modest
shit.
been hooping after the. I'm not gonna lie, Modest. He used to be projected to be a number one overall pick. I don't think he gonna get to that potential, but he been hooping. Am I
Number
wrong?
one?
Bruh, he
I don't
was like
remember
in
that.
high
I don't
school,
remember
in
that.
high
I don't
school, high
remember
school,
that.
high school, high school.
I didn't know who bro was till he got drafted.
Well,
I
yeah,
can't even lie to
right.
you.
But in high school, he was a top guy. He went to the G League Ignite and they fucked him up.
So is Mac McClung, my nigga. Like
I said G League Ignite, like the like G League instead of college shit.
I'm just saying, like Mac McClung was also a top ranked nigga out of high school.
I dead ass didn't know that. All right. Anyways, all right. Let's pray. Let's pray for Modest. I guess let's pray for Modest for the Bulls fans' sake. Hopefully they get Cooper Flag if they lose in these playing games. Anyways, you don't you want Cooper Flag in the West?
No, bro, he going in the East, but just not to the Bulls, gang.
Who you want Cooper Flag to go to? This
If
is
it
no.
goes my way, Coop to the Hornets, bro. Just listen to this lineup: Melo at the one, Brandon Miller at the two, Miles Bridges at the three, Cooper Flag at the four, and Mark Williams at the five. That's not a playoff team.
That's a playoff team. Hey, but where did
See,
this
Josh
nigga
no
Josh
ball.
came
He
out of
no
nowhere,
ball.
bro, to come back on the show? But hey. You know what's stopping that team though?
You
They
mean like
arms
who
and
or what?
legs, bro. They arms and legs are stopping that team, bro. They ass is not gonna stay healthy, bro. Maybe Cooper Flag will, but the rest of them niggas, hell nah. Mark Williams, LaMelo, they gonna be fucked up by the end of the season, bro. If LaMelo don't
No,
even
I
get
got
traded
faith.
this
I got
offseason.
faith. They just need to play him 32 minutes a game, like Kenny Atkinson. They're gonna be all
The
right.
last time I had faith in the team to stay healthy throughout the whole season was this season with the Sixers, and you see how that shit turned out. So I'm completely out on that shit. I'm going to continue my playoff rankings. I had the Heat at 20, the Bulls at 19. At 18, I have the Sacramento Kings. This might be the first controversial take. We could talk about this in a second. But in terms of talent, they might have the talent and they might even have some better depth pieces, but I don't think it's enough to beat the Mavs in that playing game. I like the Mavs. I like how they've been able to play even without Kyrie against the Lakers. I like what they did in that Lakers game. Honestly, I don't think they did a bad job of playing against Luka Doncic. And it's not like they're playing against Luka. They're playing against Zach LaVine, who's been great, but this is not going to be enough to beat AD in my opinion. And then at 17, I have the Hawks. Shout out Trae Young. That's the reason why they're up here. If Jalen Johnson was healthier, I would have them definitely higher because they were a pretty good team and they were able to get wins off of the Celtics and the Cavs earlier this season.
For sure,
But
for
that's
sure.
that's just how I'm feeling it. So that's my first four. Aaron, what you got? Talk to me.
Let me go to my trusty list right here, make sure I don't fuck nothing up. All right. Last team on my entire list is the Dallas Mavericks. I gotta keep it a buck. Kyrie went down with the ACL tear after the trade, the fire Nico chance, bro, all that stuff. I can't lie. The narrative is against them. I see AD. He had a couple of good games. He had that little game winner floater like Bron. You guys remember the 0-2 to the 0-3 LeBron floater from back in 2018. AD had him a little nice float for the game. I think he almost had a quad dub last night. That's tough. That's tough. But I'm gonna be honest. Like I don't see them winning a single game. I think they're out of here. And that's a conversation. I can't even say it's a conversation for next year either because Kyrie's gonna be out till like Christmas. So I don't know. We'll see if they can even ramp up for next year. But for me, it's just one game, get them out of here. I think they're playing the Kings. I don't honestly the way Zach LaVine's been playing recently. DeRozan is one of the most clutch players of all time. Not even just in the league right now of all time. I got him up there next to names like Kobe, Kyrie, Jordan. I think he's that clutch. No cap. Like the threes I see DeRozan hitting in the last. I gotta keep it a buck. The threes that I see DeRozan hitting in the last 2 minutes of a basketball game as a nigga that shoots like 30% for his career is fucking crazy. You would
I
think
know what
this
he's
nigga
saying.
shoots
Like I get where he's
35%.
coming from. DeRozan is a clutch ass nigga. Like I know where he's
Like he
coming
gets
from,
to
but
the bucket. He's one of the best mid range shooters we've seen in the league. Like I got to keep it a like who can stop him? I've seen him score on everybody. Who can really stop him?
I
On the
wouldn't
mat.
even go. I wouldn't go up to the greats though. I don't think DeMar DeRozan is one of the all time clutch greats. I wouldn't say
I
all
mean,
that.
we think
I seen him,
I
and it's
definitely
really just been like the past few years. Because like, were we talking about this shit when he was on the Raptors, or even when he was on the fucking Spurs? Hell nah.
since he's been on the Bulls for sure. Like I've definitely been saying this since he's been on the Bulls for sure. Like the last couple of
Yeah,
years.
but that's like that's a fraction of his career. If we talking about greats, them dudes was clutch from the start of their career to the end of that shit. I can't put him up there with
But
the
see, he
greats.
didn't have the microscope on his career like the rest of these niggas, bro. Also, we got to remember, like, the whole first half of DeRozan's career is him getting outclutched by LeBron, the most clutch player of all time. So, I mean, that's just unfortunate, bro. I got to be honest. Like, he just lost to the greatest of all time. What can we say about that? Yes, all Jordan haters, LeBron is a better basketball player than Michael Jordan. If y'all want a fairy tale career, say he didn't lose in the finals, okay, cool, whatever. But as far
Yeah.
as being better at basketball, LeBron James is the greatest person to ever touch a basketball in life in the history of this world. Debate me if you want to, bro.
Talk
Come in the
that talk.
comment
Talk
section.
that talk.
Talk that shit.
We
Whatever y'all
getting
want to
hey,
say. I'll be in
we
the
getting all the
comments, my
takes
nigga.
off
I'll be in there.
this episode, man. We getting all the takes off this
I'll
episode.
be
But
in the
anyways,
comments. We can go on the GOAT debate. That'll be like episode 5. We need to get a brand deal before we start talking GOAT debates. I can't lie. But
Aaron, what's your 19 ranked number 19 team?
number 19, I got the Miami Heat. Now, in the past, the Heat have been like a similar seed, and I usually rank them like near the top 10 in the playoffs. But they don't have playoff Jimmy anymore. I'm gonna be honest. Pat Riley looked like he was fed up with the team. I don't know how they're gonna compete now. I am big on Khalil Ware, but I don't think he's ready to like dominate the league at the 5 just yet. I think Bam is still nice. Tyler Hero is definitely an all-star player. Like I would say, even all NBA level, maybe third team, something like that. I think he's really hooping. But as far as rest of the team, I'm gonna be honest. They might get like one play-in win at best. I don't really see them. They might not make the playoffs this year. I might not even see them as an 8 seed. But I do think they're better than the Mavericks. Like they played the Mavericks in the play-in, I think they would beat them.
Okay.
So next pick, I have the Bulls. It was a tough pick between the Hawks and the Bulls. I do have the Hawks one spot over, but honestly, it could go either way. I just feel like the best player on the Hawks, Trae Young, is better than the best player on the Bulls. Who are we saying is the best
And
player
I
on the
agree.
Bulls?
I agree
Kobe,
100% with that.
but Kobe White might be the best player. Josh Giddey. We don't really have a clear best player. I'm gonna just say Kobe White for the sake of argument, but I just think that Trae Young in a clutch situation, I got him over anybody on the Bulls. But the Bulls have been hooping lately. I'm fucking with Josh Giddey as of late. I'm fucking with Kobe White. Niggas know I've been big on him for the last couple of years now. They still got a boost. They're still a nice team. It could really go either way, but I'm gonna take the Hawks over the Bulls for this pick.
Okay, tight shit, tight shit. And your 17 team.
The Hawks.
Oh shit. All right, yeah, all
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
all right.
Kind of like a 2
Yeah,
on
all
1,
right,
yeah.
bet. All right. Yeah, I don't agree with your take about the Mavs, bro. I think you tripping. I think AD, Max Christie. Do I want to
I
say
think you
Daniel?
said
Nah,
Max Christie. Oh my
Max
god.
Christie been cool, bro. Max Christie been
Max
cool,
Christie
bro.
was your
But they
second
still
pull,
got
bro. Not
Gafford. They still
Najee,
got
not
Gafford.
Najee Marshall, not Clay, not
Najee Marshall.
what's the other dude's name, bro? I don't even. I don't see. I'm losing track, bro. Kyrie was really
It's
my
probably the
main pull.
Lakers fan, and it's probably the Lakers fan in me that's talking about that nigga. But, bruh, I see it with the Mavs in terms of just with AD and how they played against the Lakers that last week when they played Luka. They had the Lakers on the ropes in a lot of that game. Like the Lakers weren't. That wasn't an easy game for the Lakers, and I think the Lakers are like a top 4 team in the league right now. And I
I'll
mean,
say
I
the
don't want
Lakers.
to give.
I'll say they didn't dominate them, but I don't think there was a moment where I was worried about the Mavericks getting a win. I'm gonna be honest. I was not worried for a single second.
But if we're talking about best player on the floor, I know AD is going to be the best player on the floor in that Kings
100%.
game.
But that nigga's
And I
not
would even,
2018 Bron.
yeah. But I don't think he got to be 2018 Brian because I don't think they team that shitty,
Okay.
honestly. I think
Okay.
they team can hit a few shots and win that game.
AD is the best player on the floor. The next 3 best are DeRozan, Levine, and Sabonis. Whatever order you want to put, but those are the next 3 best players. So
Okay.
I mean, I'm taking the next 3. I'm taking 2 through 4 over 1, in my opinion. That's just me.
I get what you're saying. I know
Unless
you be
one is
talking about
LeBron.
like,
Unless one is LeBron.
is Sabonis and DeRozan going to play well enough to win that game for them? I
Yes.
want to, you say
Yes.
yes. I feel like Sabonis can, but I might, damn, wait, Sabonis been good against AD recently. Okay. You
We
know,
we
I
know
got
historically Sabonis, Jokic, these are the niggas that AD will struggle against historically.
yeah. I
But if
mean, shit, I
Gafford
could
or Lively
see.
is healthy, that's good ball for them though.
Yeah, I feel like Gafford Lively will help them out in that game. Who else were they missing? I honestly don't remember who else they
Is Clay
missing, but
playing? Clay's healthy, right?
forgetting about Clay. Fuck yeah, Clay. That's the other thing. I'm forgetting about him. Clay been hooping. Clay been hooping when he needs to hoop. I think he's gonna hoop in this playing game. He gonna get back from that 0 for game that he had last year. Give me Clay. Give me the Mavs in that playing game. But let me get to my 16 through 12. 16 through 12. I got the Mavs at 16. I don't need to explain why I got the Mavs. I
Right,
just
right.
explained it.
Yeah.
I got the Magic at 15, man. Paolo and Franz is a dangerous combo, and they took the Cavaliers 7 games last year. This Cavaliers team that was healthy, they were a pretty good team when they were healthy.
Almost
But
healthy,
Paolo
almost
and
healthy.
Franz are a very mean duo. And they are very like you don't. I wouldn't want to see them in a first round series if I didn't have to. Like when the Celtics play Paolo and Franz, I don't think it's going to be as easy as a matchup as it looks like on paper. As long as KCP comes through, as long as Wendell Carter comes through a little bit and gets some boards for them, I think that's going to be a rough series for them. I definitely got the Magic winning that playing game. Then I'm gonna get to 14, and I think this might be a little disrespectful, but whatever. I got the Pistons down here. Shout out to the Pistons. Shout out to the year that they have. I love Cade. And I fuck with what Beasley has been doing. Damn, is that crazy? Aaron thinks is that crazy? Shit. This, hey man, let me
Keep
get this
going,
off.
keep
Let me
going,
get
keep
this
going,
off.
keep going, keep going.
I fuck with what they've been doing. I love what K's been doing, man. I fuck with Jalen Duren. Shout out Jalen Duren. Um, Shout out the boys at the Pistons, but I don't see them beating the fucking Knicks in a series. Is I don't think it's gonna be that close, honestly. Actually, I think it's gonna be close. That's a lie. I think it's gonna be 6 games, but
Type shit.
I don't see them like with the talent and a lot of these Western Conference teams I have ahead of them. I don't think they're better than these other teams. But and then my number 13 team is the Memphis Grizzlies. So pretty low for the Grizz, but they just fired their coach. Very concerned about that. They haven't won a lot of great like good games recently. Their last 2 games against contenders, the Lakers and the Celtics, they got beat. Um, and that's all I really got to say about them. So yeah. All right, Aaron, get to your next 14s, gang.
All right, so at my 16, I also have the Orlando Magic. Tough first round matchup. I honestly think they can get 2 games on Boston. And God forbid
I
any
agree.
Celtics players, God forbid, knock on wood, any Celtics players get hurt. Y'all might find yourselves at home in game 7 sweating like the Cavs were last year in the first round. That's all I'm going to say about that. We
I
know
agree.
Paulo
Jalen
and Franz.
Brown coming into the playoffs a little banged up. He got hurt. He got hurt a little bit ago.
Paulo and Franz, in my opinion, one of the best front court duos in the league. Still young and up and coming. Like honestly, Franz could really be a most improved. In the Franz minutes where there's no Paulo on the floor, bro, it's basically a perennial 30 ball threat. Like every game he's dropping 30 pretty much. If they had if they had Suggs healthy, I honestly think this I would put up like a crazy parlay bracket where they somehow defeat Boston in the first round. I wouldn't even be
Yeah, you
ashamed to
hollering,
admit that.
but
I wouldn't be ashamed to admit that, bro. As long as Porzingis doesn't like get off and start doing some crazy shit, they could go to. I would say they could go to 7 with Suggs healthy. Because let's not forget
okay.
how Suggs was when he was healthy. Like bro's becoming a better shot maker. The defense is still there, still an All NBA defender. I can't even hold the Magic. They're not trash anymore.
I mean, at the start of the year, people had the Magic as like a top 4 team in the East. Definitely like leapfrogging the Cavs and like if like only behind Boston, New York, and Philly at the start of the year. Some people had them above Philly. Some people had the Magic at like the 3 seed. So I completely understand like if they were healthy, which they weren't most of the year, then they probably could have had an amazing season. I think the Magic are a team to be worried about next year for sure. But continue with your rankings.
All right, so next on the list, Brevin, you're not gonna like this, but I have the Indiana Pacers. Honestly, honestly, I gotta keep it a buck. Tyrese Halliburton, I think last year, like pretty much until the last in-season tournament game, he was looking like an MVP candidate to me. I thought he was like one of the most unstoppable guards in the league. All those like high assist games, not having a turnover for like 4 or 5 games in a row. That was good ball and all, but this year I just haven't seen the same level of production. He's been inconsistent to me. If I'm being honest, I think Siakam was the best player on the team this year, and I don't really see him. I don't really see him beating. They got the Bucks in the first round. Even with home court, I honestly think they will lose that series, especially if Dame comes back before Game 4. I don't think they're going to be able to beat them. I'm going to be honest. As a Cavs fan, I want the Pacers to get that win because that's a 4-0 in that second round. That's a 4-0. That's us.
Now you calling a
But
sweep if we face the Pacers. Shit. Shit.
I'm
I
calling
ain't
a
saying
sweep.
all
Grab
that.
the
I ain't saying
rings.
all that.
This is also the best season I've seen Giannis play. Just from the efficiency, he's actually. I don't know if niggas are looking at the numbers, but Giannis is one of the best mid range shooters in the NBA this year. Like his fadeaway jumper is up there now
His
with
fadeaway
some of
has
the
gotten way better.
with some
And
of the
every time
post
you
up
look at
grace. Yeah, I can't even hate on him anymore. Like I
And he's
usually
still
and
doing the typical Giannis shit where you look up and he got a triple double, 30-point triple double. He's still doing that shit.
bro, you stand under the rim, you still on a poster, bro. You're still going on Sports Center if he catch you with that Euro step coming down the
And if you
lane. I
try to
mean,
go at him, he's still blocking your shit. He's still sending your shit to
I'm
China.
saying
So
he's still
like,
DPOY candidate. Mobley got it this year, but Giannis is still in that top 5 every year. Like it's getting to the point where it's like LeBron voter fatigue. Like he's putting up MVP numbers every year, averaging 30-point double doubles. I don't know if people been seeing as of late, but they've been like low key running some Jokic shit with that nigga. Like he's been running the one on some shit. He had a 20 assist game not too long ago. I think he had double digit assists again in the last couple games. Like he's actually been hooping. I think it's his best year so far. And
his stats at the end of the year have been nuts after Dame went down. It's been special.
it's crazy because bro's low key not even like in the conversation for MVP anymore. It's kind of crazy. But
Yeah.
enough
Moving on to your
enough
next team
Bucks
past the
ways.
Pacers.
After the Pacers, I got the Kings. I just think the veteran leadership, we got DeRozan, we got Sabonis on there. I think he's a top 3 big in the league right now. Highly unsung player. Great. Say what? He is a former Pacer, but he's better now.
But also,
But
y'all
y'all,
wouldn't have Halliburton. So like, what are we talking
that's what I'm
about?
saying. Like, do you want
What
Sabonis
the
or do
fuck
you
are we
want
talking
Halliburton? Y'all
about?
already have Miles
That's like
Turner.
me
Like,
being like, damn, I miss Colin Sexton, former Cavalier.
not for real. Like,
Like I love Colin Sexton, but like, come on.
yeah, y'all made y'all choice. Last year, nobody would even brought that up. But that's besides the point, though. They got Levine's been on the tear lately. I think he had a like rough game a couple games ago, but I mean, I seen him have 37 was it against the Cavs, then 43 against I forgot who they played the next game, but he had 43 points. I think he hit 15 threes in 2 days. That's good ball right there. I think he's very clutch. DeRozan's clutch. Sabonis, he'll get the job done. He'll get you a double double for sure. He's a 20 ball threat. We got Malik Monk to worry about. Keegan Murray can shoot the rock. Like they got a good team right there. I think Doug Christie is still the assistant coach. I can't really say too much about his coaching. I don't think he's bad, but I definitely think they can win their playing game against the Mavericks. I definitely have them at the spot they're at, like no trolls. They're let me see, 16, 15, they're 14 for me. So right above them, I got the Pistons. Cade, to me, if the Pistons somehow had a 50-win record, Cade could be in the MVP conversation. But I think he might
I
win
feel
Most
that. I
Improved
feel
this
that.
year. We've seen him go crazy on the numbers, putting up triple doubles, having high efficiency, high scoring games. Some people have been saying he's been chucking, but I mean, on a team like that, you kind of got to do what you got to do. Jaden Ivey, arguably their second best player on the team, broke his leg early in the year, and he stepped up crazy. Malik Beasley, arguably sixth man of the year. He's been crazy for them. He had like 6 threes tonight, I think. He's really been shooting the fuck out of the ball. Um, who else? Tim Hardaway's hooping. Jalen Duren's always consistent. He's gonna get you a double double pretty much every night. And JB Bickerstaff. Now, I have some tough feelings towards JB from coaching the Cavs last year. I didn't always agree with his coaching philosophy, but I always said I feel like he'd coach a younger team better than he coach a team led by somebody with, kind of a superstar or already like Donovan Mitchell. So I
Yeah,
think
when
what he's
Cade get
doing on
that
the
word
Pistons,
next year, it might get a little question. It might get a
as
little
long as
lame.
Cade stay humble, they'll be all right. As long as
Exactly.
Cade stay humble. But I think they're nice. They can definitely make some noise. Who they got first round? The Knicks. I don't see them beating the Knicks, but I do see it being a good series. I see K getting off. I wouldn't be surprised if bro averaged like 30 and 10 for the playoff for the series.
I see them getting 2 games. But yeah, I don't think our rank is really like I don't really think our rank is really different that much in that tier for me to like really have to say something. I agree with your takes.
Right.
I might say the Pacers are too low, but I only have them a few spots ahead. So let me just get to my 12 through 9. And then we could get to the real place in the top 8. Um, Aaron, are you like moving your spots or something, or like what you doing?
Get some light.
Okay, tight shit. All right, all right, all right, all right. I got you. Okay, so here is my 12 through 8. I mean my 12 through 9. I apologize. I have the Houston Rockets at 12, which is probably going to draw a lot of hate from Houston Rockets fans, but I'm going to be real. Who is y'all number 1 player?
On the
Please do not
Rockets,
come at me with some Alfred Sengun or some damn Jalen
it's,
Green.
it's one of those two.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it. I don't see it is one of those two, but are one of those two going to be a top 2 or 3 player? A man is not gonna lead a team to a playoffs around like a playoff series win. That's what like
Did he just say Amen is a number one option?
he
I
fucking with
fuck
our
with
man.
Amen,
Like
but he's
our
not
man
the
is a
number
great
one
player
option.
to
He's
watch.
not
I
leading.
agree.
He's
And
not
my
the leader
and
of that team. I would
yeah,
say it's Sengun,
yeah.
but like It's kind of like who can I compare it to? It's kind of like I'm in and no, I mean Jalen Green is and Şengün is kind of like Şengün is kind of like Tatum. What's his name? Jalen Green is kind of like Brown. Like it could really be either way. Most people would say it's Tatum on that team, but you could really say Jalen Brown any given night could have a better game than Tatum and really lead them somewhere. I mean, we saw who won Finals MVP last year.
It can't. Now, this is not to say that the Rockets are a bad team. I think they're gonna lose in the first
Who they
round.
got? Who they got
That's
first
just my
round? What
take
the?
on it.
Hold on.
Um, it's gonna be the Warriors. It's gonna be the
In how
Warriors.
many games? In how many games?
And how many games? I said in 6.
He said
He's
6-2. He
saying in
said 6-2.
7, or no? He also said in 6. Okay, okay. All right, but anyways, I fuck with the Rockets. I love watching them play. Shout out Udoka because he got them boys playing hella defense. He got them boys playing mean. When Jalen Green goes off, bro, he feels like, man. When Jalen Green goes off, that boy be looking like fucking Wade, like great shooting guards. That boy be looking like Wade. That boy be looking
Kobe,
like Kobe.
Kobe. Oh man,
I love
niggas
watching
talk.
Jalen Green
Niggas,
go.
niggas name drop
Let me
Kobe,
chill.
bro.
Let me chill. He don't look like Kobe. He don't look like Kobe.
He be looking
He be
like
looking
D
like
Book,
he be
bro. He be
looking
looking
like
like D Book
Wade. But
or Ant.
yeah, um, yeah, that too. But I don't see Şengün or Jalen Green having a good enough series to beat the Warriors or even to beat any of the teams I have them above. So that's just my take on the Rockets. Then I got the Indiana Pacers, bro. I got shit. Who I got with them? I got them at 11. All right. So I got Halliburton. Right? That's gonna be a player who can lead you through some shit, bro. That's why I got them over the Rockets. If you gave me the Pacers or gave me the
You're
Rockets, bro,
insane.
give me
You're
the
actually
Pacers.
insane. But all right,
Then I
I'll let it
got
slide though.
I don't think I'm that crazy. I got a lot of people. I got a lot of people dissing me right now. But
Bro,
give me the Pacers in the series against the
I
Rockets.
don't even think
They
Brevin
got the
believed that, bro. I
experience.
don't
They
even
made
think
it to the
Brevin
conference
believed that.
finals
To be
last year.
honest, I don't think he believed that. I've been to Cavs and Thunder won more
Hey,
games
bro, you
next
got
man.
that. I'm not gonna argue with you because the Pacers is going to
No,
lose in the first round. So
no,
I'm
I
just gonna have
hope
to say
the
I'm just gonna have to
Pacers
let you have
win in
that.
the first round so they can play the Cavs and get swept. Like, what are we talking about? I don't want to see. I don't want to see Giannis coming down the lane like these, dunking up. Like, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that nigga go crazy.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm excited for Giannis like crazy ass playoff
Yeah,
run.
no,
I
no,
don't want
no.
him to beat
First
us
round, you
though.
get
Like
one
I
win,
want to beat
like
his ass. But
one round.
like
Okay, cool. Average 40 against the Pacers. Cool. Now chill. Like, come on, gang.
no, that ass. All right. Then shit. I don't really got much more to say about the Pacers, man. I got them ahead of the Rockets because of experience and because I believe in Tyrese Halliburton and Siakam in the playoffs.
Crazy.
That's what it is. So give me them ahead of the Rockets if I had to choose them, but I don't think it's that crazy. Give me the Knicks at 10. You might think it's low for the Knicks, but I got 9 teams being able to beat the Knicks in the playoff series right now. They are not a serious team. Yeah, fuck the Knicks. I'm gonna
Crazy.
just say it out
I
loud. Fuck the
mean,
Knicks.
fuck yeah.
Um, but it's mostly just because they are very unserious. They're gonna be tired as hell because Tom Thibodeau is playing them 40 minutes a night in the regular season, not taking them out during garbage time. They're gonna be gassed as hell in these playoff
Get hurt.
games. Um, and even if they ready, like they have no depth, man. They got 7 guys who can go for them every night. And I don't know how long this gonna work because it happens every year. Them Tom Thibodeau teams break down. And even if Brunson and even if Cat play their best basketball, they just not the team that I see hooping. And I don't think Mitchell
I think they
Robinson is
got
gonna help
solid
them
depth.
out a lot.
They not. I think they
He
got some
hasn't
decent depth.
recently.
They
It's decent,
use
but they
they
don't
use the
use it
people
like
they need
that.
to
Like we
use. Like you
finna be
got the
seeing
starters. You got like
like you talking about
who?
like Shake Milton and shit.
I'm talking about the Knicks. I'm talking about the
Wait,
Knicks.
hold on. Nah, fuck. I know, no,
You got
I'm talking about
no
Miles
Deuce is
McBride.
not,
My bad.
bro.
I said
Miles
Shake
McBride
Milton.
is nice. Hold on, they got Brunson. You got Bridges, Hart, Ananobi, Towns, Mitchell Robinson. I don't know. Like, Mitchell Robinson looked out of shape. Look. Mitchell
See, it
Robinson
sounds
looked
good on
out of shape
paper.
as
It
fuck to
sounds
me.
good
I
on
can't
paper,
lie.
but
Like
it
when I
hasn't
see
dusted
Mitchell
this
Robinson in
year.
the game,
Bruh, he hasn't had
bro, he
I
looks
don't even
tired as
think he's
shit
had a
when he's
double
out there.
double
He
game
looks like
since he
he's out
came
of
back,
shape. I can't
which is
lie. So I
crazy.
mean, I'm not gonna say
So
him
then they're
too
fucked.
crazy, but
I don't know what they're
Achua,
about to
he can
do. I
put
think
some
they're
work
fucked.
in. You got Deuce McBride, campaign is slept on. Like that nigga actually can get you a bucket. Shamit has been ass all year. I can't lie, but historically, Shamit is like decent. I'm not gonna sit here and argue for them, but a trip dub, counting on him for a trip dub is crazy. A double double for sure though. The Knicks are probably gonna out rebound every team they play, but it's like, are they gonna win though? Like I don't know, but I still think the Knicks are better than what you said. They're
I
gonna
don't
out
even know if
rebound
they're
them.
gonna out rebound them, bro. We beat the Knicks the other night and out
I
rebounded
mean, but the
their ass
Cavs are
when
the
they
best
had
team
both
in
of
the
the
league
guys
though. So
healthy,
I mean, that
except
doesn't
Cat. They
really
didn't
count.
have. But yeah, that is true. That is true. I think they're
Yeah,
gonna beat the Pistons in the series. I don't think they're gonna do anything else after that. Anyways, at 9 I got the Timberwolves. Shout out the Timberwolves. They shouldn't have made that trade over the summer. They should have just kept Cat, and they would have been fine. I think they would be in like the top 5 if they kept Cat. But they moved down because Randall and DiVincenzo not really doing shit. Randall hasn't been that bad recently though, and they've been solid when Randall's been
they've
in the
been
lineup.
hurt.
But um, they're just not as good of a team. And shit, I'm definitely not like I'm just not fucking with them as a whole. I don't think they're gonna really get. I don't. Yeah, I'll have them win the series. So yeah, that's my take. Those are my teams.
All right, my next four. What number are we at now? That was 12. I got the so at my 12, I got the Grizzlies. I didn't really have high expectations for them at all this season. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like Ja not only lost aura, but to me, he's just not. I don't know. He doesn't look as like he doesn't have that superstar aura to me anymore. I can't really describe it. He had a nice game against Ant a couple days ago, but I mean, like it's just a lot of not a lot of off the court drama recently in the last couple of years. Like people forgetting about him. This is his chance. I'll say this: this is Josh's chance to make people remember who he is. Because I feel like Anthony Edwards kind of came in and stole that wave of being like that young, athletic, like the energetic media favorite player. He stole that kind of aura, and that's his narrative now. So I mean, like I think obviously like he's nice. He used to be like an MVP caliber player. I can't really say that for him anymore, but the Grizzlies are cool. I just don't. They're like average to me. They're like an average team. They can win a couple games in the first round. They're not going to lose in the play-in or anything like that. Are they out of the play-in? I don't even remember what happened. I'm gonna be honest in the standings, bro. I can't remember. So much crazy shit happened, but they're not ass, but like they're definitely a solid team. But I don't have anything good to really say about them. Jaren Jackson's nice. Desmond Bane's nice, but I don't know. They lose too many games they should win for me to really say they're like gonna beat anybody seriously in the playoffs. But next, I got the
Type shit.
you said Zach Edey be getting cooked. I mean that is true. He is. Yeah, I can't even argue with that.
I mean, Victor Wembanyama does exist. So you can actually, but that's besides
Edey
the
not
point. Aaron,
ass
get to
though.
your
Like
next team
I know
game.
some people, Johan, he said that Zach Edey would be dog shit, and like
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I
be
am.
honest, like
I
he's
am a
not. Like he's
ED
decent,
hater.
but
He definitely a rotation player, but I'm like, people was acting like he would be like a dangerous big, like one of them like classic bigs that's gonna bring back like the traditional big man back, and I'm like, hell no, that shit not going. But anyways, Aaron,
all right.
go get your next
Next,
team
I got
off,
the
gang.
T Wolves. Like you said, that trade left him a little weak. I haven't seen a lot from anybody but Ant to really say that they can do anything crazy in the West. Um, I don't know. And Ant to me, like he doesn't quite have that like crazy level of consistency where I'm like, okay, it's 30 every game. Like it might be 45 one game, it might be like 20 the next game. But they do have nice other pieces. They got Jaden McDaniels, nice two-way player. His offense is very underrated. I still like DiVincenzo. I was very high on him last year. I like Julius Randle. Niggas know I don't fuck with Rudy Gobert at all. I expect like single digit points and rebounds from every night. And he's a free cook. I gotta be honest. Like he has no island defense at all. Like he's basically barbecue chicken. Like if you want a game winner, ISO Rudy Gobert. I could probably get an ISO bucket on Rudy Gobert right now, no trolls. I'm shooting a three though for sure, but like
That's
he's
crazy.
not blocking a three.
That's
He's
crazy.
not stopping me from getting my shot up. I gotta be honest. It's on me to make the shots. But they gotta that's another team they gotta show me, just like Memphis. You gotta show me in the playoffs this year before I say anything better about you. Next I got the Bucks. They look kind of underwhelming to me just in general. Like Giannis is like he's nice, he's that guy. I know Pat Connaughton had like 43 tonight, but that's not gonna happen in the playoffs. Dame is hurt right now, so that's also lowering it some too. But if they can make it out of the first round and Dame can be healthy, they can like give the Cavs a few games. Unfortunately, as a Cavs fan, this hurts my heart to say, but bro, like if Dame and Giannis really come to play, they can take us seven. They're not winning, no, they're not winning at all.
I 100% agree with you. Yeah, no,
But they can go
they
seven
like
with
that.
us.
Yeah,
But I mean, what else can I say about the Bucks? They got Kuzma. Like, is Kuzma really an upgrade over like peak Middleton? No, he's an upgrade over Middleton this year. Yeah, in my opinion, they were so much better with Drew Holiday, and they never needed to get rid of Budenholzer. But can't harp on that now. But Giannis is having the best season of his career. We'll see where that takes him. And then
what would we even like call like Giannis like
Legit
GM? Like you know how we can say Le GM James and shit. What would even call like LeBron? Like Giannis.
GM
What would
Akumpo,
Giannis
nigga,
GM nickname be, bro? GM Akumpa. That's good.
or
That's good. That's
GMS,
good. But I mean, shit. I mean, because he was the reason why they made them two moves, anyways. Like he was like, "Nah, we not running this shit back. We got to make
bro.
trades and we got to fire the coach and shit." I mean, the thing is, Bud was on a hot seat before they won the title, and then they won the title, and like Bud was completely off the hot seat. But like in the conference finals, I vividly remember them being like, "Nah, we got to have Bud go." Like I remember Bud like was
In
a guy they
2021,
wanted to leave so bad, but
crazy boy.
yeah, like before the finals, they was like in the conference finals,
Dang,
Bud
so
got
if
to go.
KD's toe not on the line, Bud gets fired in 21. Nasty word.
Yeah,
Or Trey
probably.
Young didn't get hurt. Niggas know I think that Bucks ship is kind of fluke, but we're not gonna talk about that right now. It's a different episode right there.
All right. You
That's
want me
it.
to get to my
Oh no,
next
no,
four?
my last one for this tier. I got the Rockets right over the Bucks. I think the Rockets they're
Okay,
unproven. They're
okay,
very
alrighty,
young,
yeah.
but Ime, I think he's probably the best coach in the NBA, all things considered. I think Missoula, like that Boston chip was gonna happen no matter what, in my opinion. Like if Ime did it, it would have been the same thing as Missoula. Probably they would have won a few more games too, but they kind of cakewalked their way. They faced injured teams. Like the playoffs for the Celtics last year was pretty easy, so I can't really give them too much credit. Can't give Missoula too much credit, but Ime laid the groundwork, and now he's really proven that he's the best coach in the league. He took a team that was nowhere near contention last year, made them like low key a defensive powerhouse, especially with Asar on there. I mean, I'm in on there now. They're low key a defensive powerhouse. Jabari Smith is coming up, and people. Hey, listen, I was a big Jabari Smith hater. I've been saying he's a bust for the last 2 years. I'm gonna be honest. I was like, why is bro playing in the summer league last year? That's crazy ball. But they're looking really good this year. They're still young and unproven. Another team you got to show me in the playoffs. You got to actually show me this year for me to really be high on you. But I'm higher on them than the other teams that I've listed previously. So that's all I got to say about them right now.
But damn, you got them over the Bucks and the Timberwolves. So you
Yes,
think they
but
would be the
also if
Bucks
Dame
and the
was healthy,
Timberwolves
the
in the
Bucks would be
series?
higher for me. Like
I get what you're saying. I just don't think the Bucks. Like I feel like Giannis is that good to where he would outweigh both of them teams. But that's just my take though. Um, damn. So you got the Knicks in the top eight?
you'll see.
Okay, all right. Bet. All right, next four. And these are the teams I think basically my top eight. I'm like, if these teams were to get to the finals, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think all these teams can win the title. The top four teams are the teams I think can win the title. But if these teams were to somehow make it to the finals, I think it would be believable. The last 10 teams or last 12 teams, I think those teams can't make it at all. But anyways, at number eight, I have the Milwaukee Bucks. I don't think there's any more I could really say about the Bucks other than they got Giannis, and that's all they really need, bro. They got Giannis. If Brooke can figure some shit out, then they might be dangerous, especially to a team like the Cavs who struggle with
That can shoot the rock.
big ass bigs. Like, yeah, this is kind of concerning. So I think they'll get games on the Cavs. I definitely think they're gonna win their round one series, but that's all I really got to say about the Bucks. That's more than hasn't been said. I have to put the Nuggets at 7. And I wanted to not put the Nuggets at 7, but man, they
That boy
literally have
Jokic
the best
nice.
player
That
in the
boy
world
nice.
on
I
their
can't
team.
lie.
That boy Jokic is insane, bro. He moves way quicker than like you'll ever expect somebody who's built like him to move. He can hit any shot on the court. He can pass the ball to anybody. He is just an offensive genius, and that's all I really got to say about the Nuggets too. Because honestly, like is like the Bucks and the Nuggets are literally Giannis
Yeah,
and Jokic tier. Like
yeah.
that's the reason why they're there.
That boy
They
is
wouldn't
having
be
a
there
nice
without
year.
it. They would probably be some shitty ass teams. We seen the on off numbers for both of those teams. We know what it would be. And then shit after that, I got the Golden State Warriors. I believe in the Warriors. I'm a Warriors believer. I think I actually had them over the Clippers until they lost to the Clippers today. Um, because I
That
see
boy
with the
Harden
Clippers now
nice.
after today that they could beat the Warriors. Yeah, that boy Harden nice, that boy Zoo, that boy Norman Powell. I seen Chris Dunn locking up fucking what's
Podziemski
it
probably. I
Curry?
don't
No, I
even
don't think it was
remember.
Curry in the
I
corner,
wish
but
they
it was
could tell.
somebody in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was probably Paz. It was probably Paz's ass. So I fuck with them. I fuck with them heavy. But the Warriors, they're a really good team though. Like the Jimmy Butler trade just made their offense so much more dynamic. It ain't nothing more that like it's nothing more that could be said about the Warriors. I mean, they are a team that can definitely go toe to toe with anybody. I don't know if they
No,
could beat the Thunder in a series. I think they
no.
can take the Lakers to like 7 games though. They match up really well against the Lakers. Whether you agree with that or not, we can talk about it later. But that's how I feel about the Warriors, and then the Clippers. I kind of just explained why I got the Clippers above them right now. Give me the Clippers today if they play the Warriors in the series, and still give me the Lakers today. But I think they could take both those teams to 7. But that's my next 5. I mean, that's my next
All
4.
right, so
Aaron,
at
go ahead and
number
get your
8, I
next
have
4.
the Golden State Warriors. Now listen, I'm a serial Curry hater. I had to respect his greatness after 2022, but I'm gonna be honest. I don't think Jimmy Butler is really raising them that much. Like they went from being like arguably not a playoff team, like not serious, to being like if we're just talking about the West, they're probably like top 5, like easily top 5, I would say. Except for actually, I can't even really say that the West is so close, but I can't even really say that. I won't give a top 5 rating in the West, but I will say Curry, he gets that boy nice stamp of approval. Like he's like that. Jimmy Butler in the playoffs, he gets that stamp of approval. Draymond, Mickey Mouse, DPOY, like he's not really the real DPOY, but we see the vision there. Steve Kerr, all time great coach. Like I definitely see the vision. The Warriors in their home court is crazy. Like they have crazy aura there. Like they just, I don't know, they turn games around they shouldn't be able to really be in. So they're definitely going to be a tough first round match for anybody. They will be winning their playing game. Unfortunate loss tonight. That boy Harden is just a little bit nicer today. But
They might win their playing game by 20. I'm not
who
gonna
do they
lie.
have in the play? They got the
They might
Grizzlies in
fuck
the
up the
play in?
Grizzlies. It's the Grizzlies,
If
yeah.
I had to pick one, I'm taking go. That's gonna be a good game. For right now, I'm gonna say I got the Warriors, but that's gonna be a good game to watch.
Grizzlies Warriors gave us a classic in the play-in a few years ago, right? Like it was like the second
I
year
don't
in
remember if it was a play
2021.
in, but I know they had that in 22. They
No, it
in
wasn't that.
22 they played them in
It
like
might
the
have been a
second
playoff.
round, I think, and Ja got hurt.
Oh yeah, it
And
might have been
we can
yeah,
argue that
yeah,
if
never
Ja
mind.
never gets
Yeah.
hurt in that series, Curry never even makes it to the finals to win that chip. So I mean,
We can't talk about that. I still think they make it to the finals. That team was the best team in the league that year. That was low key a weak year. Like if the Cavs this year played in that 2022 season,
we
we
might
would
have
be
swept
holding
the
up a
playoffs
title,
that
man.
year.
I'm just saying.
That
Um,
might be plays, but yeah.
but
So
get your next
next
team though.
team, I have the Knicks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. Like I'm big on Jalen Brunson. I'm big on Cat this year. I think Cat is definitely a top 4 big in the league as it stands right now. Today, Cat is like that. Like he's probably top 2, top 3 in rebounds. I don't know why he's so underrated, but he's a bucket. Especially when he like actually gets on the block and gets a bucket, uses his size. I'll say this: Cat can really get into jump shooting, like shooting himself out of games sometimes, and that shit pisses me. You're 7 foot. You can get a bucket on the block whenever you want. He has good touch around the rim. Um, I'm big on Brunson. He had like what 7 or 8 40-point games last year in like 2 series. If the biggest thing with the Knicks is health. Tibbs, bro, you can't run niggas into the ground every game, bro. Like try to keep them under 40 minutes, please, the starters. Try to keep them like 38 minutes, 37. I know you want to play them a lot, but like no,
You know that shit not changing,
we,
bro.
we,
You know
we
that
can
shit
we
not
can
changing. You
hope,
know he don't
right?
give
We
a
can
fuck.
hope. Like I don't know.
I don't think we can hope, honestly. I think they cook.
They win in
Like
their
I
first
think they
round for
cook that
sure. They got the
ass.
Boston second round. Now would I like to? I will be rooting for the Knicks heavy in that Boston series. Like my hatred for the Celtics outweighs my hatred for the New York Knicks. I got to be honest. So I will be going for the Knicks. I do think the Celtics win that series, but
But I think you tripping for having the Knicks this high, bro. They are deeply unserious. I definitely wouldn't have them
yeah, no,
beating
I
the
would take that.
Warriors in the
I would
series.
genuinely take the Knicks over the Warriors. Like
Um,
I think like Bridges is nice, like nice 2 way player, bro. He's a 30 ball threat. Plays defense. Isn't he like a? Didn't he win a DPOY like a few years ago? OG Ananobi is really
no,
my X factor. Like
no.
niggas know I'm very high on OG. Crazy defender, arguably a DPOY candidate.
But like after this season, are we
Yes, I'm still high
still
on
high on
OG.
OG?
Bro,
I
ever
don't think
since
he's got. I
OG
don't think he
pulled
got it.
Suni
Like I
Lee, that
don't think he
nigga's been
got it.
hooping. That's what I'm saying. If Suni Lee is at the game, that's like Coco Jones being at the game for D.
It's
Like,
always
bro, if
about
Coco
Sonny Lee, bro.
Jones
Come
is at
on,
the
nah,
Cavs
bro. I
game, D
don't
Mitch
see
getting
it. I don't
40.
see it.
If Suni Lee is at the Knicks game, OG's getting 40 and 10. I gotta keep it a buck. He's like that. I think he had a 10 game span of averaging like
I
28 a
mean,
game,
shit. How do
shooting
you?
like 56, 46, 90 splits. Like, that's good ball. I think he's nice. Last year in the playoffs, you are just hating,
I
bro.
might just be
Remember
hating. I
last
might
year in
just
the
be hating.
playoffs, that was their second best player until he pulled his hamstring. Remember that. Bro was really hooping.
That is true.
I
That is
fuck with
true.
Deuce
That is
McBride off
true.
the bench. I fuck with Achua a little bit. Deuce McBride more so, but they're not like crazy. They're not a contender to me, but I respect them as a team. I respect Brunson. Tibbs is a pretty good coach. His rotations are kind of crazy, but I think he's a good coach overall. But next team, I got the Clippers. Now, normally I'd have the Clippers lower, but Kawhi, if he can stay healthy, I think he makes them a whole different animal. They basically, I think they had like the same record last year, around 50 wins, with no Paul George. So we see who might have been a
Yeah.
problem on that team. It might have been Podcast P. That's tough. Harden to me, like right now, he's ramping up. I think he's playing his best ball of the season right now. He's been way more efficient these last few games. Kawhi's playing good ball, super efficient as usual, two-way player, like just wreaking havoc on defense. Zubats is probably the most underrated big in the league. I think he's averaging like, I want to say 15 and 12 and a half. Like he's really unsung, very consistent, big body, like 7 foot, 290 in the paint. I don't really see too many people being able to like work with him in the paint for real. Kawhi and I'm forgetting about Norman Powell too. Like Norman Powell as a number one scoring option early this year was damn near putting up 25 a game. We can't forget about him.
He
So I
was.
just
No, he
think with
was.
that
He
with
was.
those players in that team, I can't speak on Chris Dunn and like some of the bench players. I don't know. They're like so their bench to me isn't as deep as I would like. But the starters, I fuck with Ty Lue as a coach. I think he knows what he's doing. Shout out Ty Lue from 2016. But
He's still hooping. Yeah, he got
I
it, bro.
like
He
them
he got
over.
that team
I like
coached
them
up.
over the Knicks, and if they play the Warriors, it can really go either way. Just like tonight, it can go either way. But as of right now, today, I would take them over the Warriors. That's just my opinion, personally. I know niggas are not gonna. I know that's not a popular take,
I would as well.
but that's what I have. And then for my 5 spot, I have the
Yeah.
Denver Nuggets. I don't have to say that much. Jokic, he's just that guy. I'm gonna be honest. Like if we're really being honest, Jokic is the best player in the world. It's not Shea. We know Shea gonna get MVP, but like Jokic is the best player in the league. We got to keep it a buck. 61-point triple double. He got sold by Westbrook, but we're not gonna talk about that. Averaging a 30-point triple double this year, like bro, is crazy. He can carry like if there's one person in the playoffs this year that can carry a team by themselves, it's Jokic and Giannis too. But I would say more so Jokic. I'm gonna be real. Jamal Murray, if he's healthy, he's their second best player. MPJ's he's nice too. Aaron Gordon's really like an X factor player. Like he's liable to get off for 30 in one game. He could have 15 rebounds another game. A poster to get your team momentum rolling back in the third quarter. Like he's really an X factor player. They got Peyton Watson and some other decent people off the bench. Westbrook, if he plays good, can like really that's another win right there. If Westbrook has a 17-point game on good efficiency, that's one win right there by itself. So the Nuggets are right there at 5 for me.
See, like I want to believe you, but I just man, it's been almost a month now. This is like where I gotta get my take off. Bro, the Nuggets, it have been like it's been Jokic, and then it's been despite the loss, Jokic has scored 60 points. Like he's been getting sold by his teammates so damn much this past month. Like I can't sit up here and be like Jokic can if Jokic can't will them to wins in the regular season, which Giannis has been doing, and I know I've liked the Bucks under the Nuggets because I think the Nuggets have a better supporting cast. But if the Nuggets can't get willed to wins right now, I don't see them being able to do it in the series in the playoffs. Now maybe there's games where Jokic gets off and he's able to put up like enough points to get them to the win. But right now, nah, I don't got the Nuggets. I would take the Clippers over the Nuggets in the series right now because
That's
that's
not
going to be
wild. Like
actual
they in a
series.
series, that's not wild. Like they have just like, in my
Yeah.
opinion, their team is more balanced. Like it's not all on one player because we know it's all on Jokic's back. Jamal Murray, he's there, but if we don't get Jamal Murray
Yeah.
from 2023 or at least last year against the Lakers, I mean, it's looking rough against the Clippers. I'm not gonna lie.
Shit not
Also,
going. Shit not going. That's
R.I.P.
all you
Mike
gotta say. Shit not
Malone, bro. I
going.
actually fuck with bro. I thought he was one of the better coaches in the league, and I actually like fuck with him as a person for what I've seen. To me, that was wild. Like a week before the playoffs started is crazy. I can and the GM too. That's tough.
Lakers fans got the last laugh on that shit, bro. When you started calling them out, yeah, Lakers fans won on that shit. I just gotta respect the win for the Lakers, bro.
But let's get to your
Um,
top four. Let's get to your top four.
but yeah, that's
The contenders tier.
top four. Honestly, I feel like our top four is gonna be the same. Maybe you might have one team over another, but F4, I have the Los Angeles Lakers. We know why. Luka LeBron. It doesn't really get more complicated than that. And let me just glaze the greatest of all time for a minute, being able to play simultaneously with another ball dominant superstar like Luka Doncic. The only two players who have really averaged like 27, 7, and 7 for their career. just majestic 77 plus 23. That's 100. You know what I'm saying? We this has nothing to do with basketball at this point. But you know what, man? They got Luka Don, man. Luka has just been on a rampage ever since he has left the Mavs, or not ever since that Mavs game, really. Like he's been having like 39, 8, and 7 and shit. Just some crazy ball we've been seeing from Luka Doncic recently. And honestly, that's their best player right now. And I think LeBron's gonna reach another level in the playoffs. So I see them being able to get at least to the Western Conference Finals, if not come out the conference. And also these top 40s are my teams that I think can win it all. If any of these teams win it all, I would not be surprised at all. Number 3, this is where it might get controversial. I have the Boston Celtics. Now, this is more of a Cavs Celtics conversation. And you know what? I'm gonna just go. I got the Cavs above them. Now, the reason why I have the Cavs above them, is because first of all, the Cavs have just been a regular season team, the better regular season team. They have more depth. The Cavs easily has more depth. When you get to the bench, the Celtics are kind of weak. They have Peyton Pritchard, and
Sam
then
Hauser,
they'll play what's bro Sam Hauser
Luke
and the
Cornett,
big
bro. That's it.
man. I'm forgetting bro name. Cornett,
If you want
Luke
to say
Cornett, and
Horford's
then
a
they
bench
have
player, but like, yeah,
Kata. Horford not a bench player because he'd be in the starting lineup a lot.
I
Does
think
he
Porzingis
start for them
starting now.
still? If
I think
they
Porzingis started right now. I think
damn, I don't think.
Horford's bench right now.
Yeah, he don't actually. Yeah, no. So yeah, Horford is a bench player. Nah, so their bench looks way better when they're healthy. But the Cavs bench is still better. Cavs bench is the best in the league right now. Let's just
And
keep it a
debatable,
stack.
like the Thunder Cavs, like it
Um,
depends on it. Actually, I'm gonna save it for a little bit later, but right now it's not the Cavs. I gotta keep it above.
Okay. All right. But in terms of the Cavs, Donovan Mitchell is the best player against the Celtics in the NBA right now. He averages 31 against them boys. And he's put up crazy performances this whole year against the Celtics. So I think it's a goal of his to beat the Celtics in the series this year and get to the NBA Finals. I think it's without a question that it's going to be Cavs Celtics without any injuries in the conference finals. If it were to happen today, like I would bet savings on it because like it seems like such an obvious proposition to occur. And anything else I got to say about the Cavs? I don't think there's much to say about the Cavs. The thing about the Cavs is that Mobley and Allen and Garland have to play a good enough series to be able to beat that team. It's really going to be about the stars. What can the core four do to be able to beat the Boston Celtics in the series? And but look, that's why I got the Cavs over the Celtics. Better regular season team, more depth. Those are my two reasons. And then OKC Thunder, the best regular season team we've seen in a long time. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is the MVP. He's the best scorer in the league right now. Um, they have an unbelievable amount of depth, crazy defense, really an unfair defense in this year's NBA. Just going to be devastating. Lou Dort is the Donovan Mitchell stopper. So that's something to think about if the Cavs were to make the finals. But yeah, that's those are my rankings. Those are my top 4.
So I don't disagree with anything you said. I actually have the exact same top four. So my four is the Lakers. Like you said, bro, LeBron is the GOAT. Luca right now is the best player in that team, and I think he's right now ramping up at just the right time. He's kind of like playing at the best he's played all season. He's looking like last year's Luca that was getting into the finals, and I think he's going to have a big performance in every round. I think like no less. Like the Lakers, they might lose in the conference finals. That's like the lowest I see them going for the playoffs this year. Conference finals loss, most likely meeting the Thunder in the conference finals, losing at 6. That's like the worst I see for the Lakers right now. So
I agree with you.
the Celtics I have at 3. Defending champs, they had a 60-win season, and I do think that they're not as deep as the Cavs and the Thunder, but Peyton Pritchard and Al Horford to me are like two very proven bench players. Pritchard will probably win 6 Man of the Year. I've seen him drop 40 at least once. I think he had 10 threes in the game recently, so no shortage of offense there. They know how to swing momentum. If you remember the 2016 Warriors, 2017 Warriors, the way they would shift momentum after halftime and like win every game, the Celtics have that power. Now, closing the game in the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter, they kind of struggle sometimes, but I would say like those momentum swings, we literally saw them win the finals in 5 games off of like momentum swings at the end of quarters and the ends of halves. Like they basically put games out of reach, demoralize the other team. If they can do that, and I'll say Porzingis is the X factor in any series with the Celtics. If he's shooting the ball because I think he has like an average shot distance of like behind the 3 point line, like 26 feet, something crazy like that. At 7'2", if he's hitting 4 or 5 threes in the game, that shit is just
It's
unfair. Like I'm gonna
unfair.
be honest. And people don't really regard him as a shot blocker, but let's be honest, with that size, anybody's a shot blocker. Anybody can get a board. They got shooting at all five positions. Sam Hauser's one of the highest percentage 3 point shooters in the league. They got ISO scorers on their team. I would honestly say Derek White is an ISO scorer too at this point. So they got three niggas that can put the ball on the floor and get a bucket from three levels. They're definitely a tough team. I won't sit here and downplay the Celtics, even though I'm a Boston hater, but I do still have two teams above them. So the second team of those two, the Cleveland Cavaliers, unbiased, I'm gonna leave them at two. I really want to put them at one, but I'm gonna leave them at two. In the regular season, I think we should have won a few more games. I really think we should have gotten to about 69 wins, if I'm being honest about it. But Donovan Mitchell on reduced minutes, he's still pretty efficient. He's still like putting up numbers that no one else in the league is doing with the minutes he's playing. So I think he's still at a superstar level. Darius Garland to me, bona fide all star, very clutch this year. One of the finalists for clutch player of the year. Evan Mobley, the DPOY, arguably most improved player. He's going to be an X factor in the series. His 3 point shooting this year has been big. If he continues to hit those threes, it's similar to a Porzingis. Like if you got Evan Mobley out there shooting threes, especially from the top of the key and on the wings, there's not really much you can do to stop the Cavs. We're all clicking on that same level. Jarrett Allen, one of the most consistent bigs in the
Facts.
league, at least when he's healthy. I think he's going to be big. We're going to need him to get a lot of rebounds. We need him to like match up with a lot of physicality in the paint. As long as he can stay physical, grab those boards, will be cool. I like our supporting cash players like Okoro, Sam Merrill. We're not talking about Sam Merrill right now. Dean Wade, I'm big on him. What's his name? Max Strus. I mess with him. Max Strus has been very nice of late. We can't forget about DeAndre Hunter, the nigga we just got from the Hawks. Shout out to the Hawks for that trade. Um, I think he's going to be big too because guess who's going to be guarding Tatum? It's probably going to be him or Jaylen Brown. He's going to be guarding one of them. So we have somebody to now put on, the other team's best scorer. We have some size now. And our up and comers, like I think Craig Porter Jr. could see minutes in the playoffs. That's not crazy. I don't think that's
I
crazy.
don't
I
think
don't think
so.
that's crazy.
I
I don't
don't
think
think
that's
so.
crazy.
I'm gonna be real with you. I
You
don't
remember
think.
that first Boston game, bro had
I
15 points in
mean,
three quarters.
we just have too many. We just have too many ball handlers. Ty Jerome gonna be coming
I'm
back.
forgetting about
You
people. Ty
got
Jerome,
Darius and Donovan.
another most improved 6 man of the year
Yeah,
candidate.
yeah. Like I don't see how Craig Porter see the floor.
I think he
Unfortunately,
could
as
see the
much as I
floor
love, I
against
fuck with
Boston.
Craig.
Against
And
Boston,
he
I think
also
he
plays on the
could, but I
Pacers.
think
Yeah,
he
I'm
just
not gonna
hoops well.
lie.
Like let's say DG's having a bad game, which probably won't happen. I'm not speaking that into existence, but I can see him getting a few minutes in the game. But Ty Jerome, another X factor player. Like you can really put him in the game and he's getting a bucket on anybody. Like the floater is still unstoppable. The slow Euro is still unstoppable. Bro's getting to the line. He got the three ball. Like he's passing the ball at a high level. Shit, the nigga. I'm gonna be honest. He could probably start on most teams in the league if I'm being real. So that's my Cavs Blaze. I'm gonna get it out the way for now. My number one pick, the Thunder. I mean, honestly, it's not even the Shea highlights. It's not even the stuff their starters do or like the way their lineup looks. It's the bench niggas that have it for me right now. I seen Aaron Wiggins drop 40. I seen Isaiah Joe hit 10 threes a couple days ago. They're still blowing teams out by 30, not playing any starters. To me, that shit is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if they're playing like that in the playoffs,
Isaiah
that
Joe be
shit is
having
crazy to
random
me. Like,
30
if they're
balls
doing
and
that in the
shit.
playoffs, like, what can you do? Like, you're gonna lose. So I just think this year they're the best team overall. They have the MVP. If he doesn't win the MVP, I'll be shocked. But I can't really say too much about them. Mark Dagnall's a good coach. They're the best team in the West by far. I mean, like in a playoff series, I think they can be tested more than the regular season. But right now, I had them number one. I can't really say too much more about that.
Facts, facts. I mean, I think we
Yeah,
had the
same
same
order,
top four,
same
right?
order.
You had Lakers, Celtics, Cavs, Thunder. Um, I mean, I think we really agree on that. But real quick, I'm gonna pause the episode right here.